the danger, stay on, now's your chance.
Hey, what's going on, people? Jack Reeve, Talk Norwich City here, back for another video. I hope you guys are all doing fantastically well. If you haven't already, maybe go and check out the podcast with Rob Butler. You guys really seem to be enjoying it. An hour's long, really good discussion with BBC Radio Norfolk's Rob Butler. We spoke about everything from Jordan Rhodes to fruitcake to what I'm going to be discussing today. That is Tim Krul. That is Remi Matthews. The transfer was confirmed yesterday. Tim Krul coming in as a free agent on a 2-year deal. When we were discussing it on the podcast, he hadn't yet signed. We filmed that on Monday night. We knew it was probably going to happen, but it hadn't been confirmed. It has since been confirmed. And there was differing viewpoints in the podcast. Chris really excited about Tim Krul. Well, we were all excited about the prospect of Tim Krul. I think Chris was most in the Tim Krul boat. Rob was convinced as well, rates Tim Krul, maybe thought Remi Matthews could have been given a little bit more of a chance. Me, probably the most out of the Tim Krul ship. If it was sailing along, I'd be very much over the edge and with my life jacket on, thinking I might be jumping off this very soon. Now, let's get this straight before I say anything else. I don't not like Tim Krul. When he was at Newcastle, he was one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. To get a former and a good Premier League goalkeeper on a free, and he's only 30 years old, which is still fairly young for a goalkeeper, that's good business. I don't know his wages. I doubt they're too high, considering he was second choice at Brighton last season. However, I've just been a little bit frustrated with the treatment towards Remi Matthews. Now, let's look at Remi Matthews. 24 years old, been at Norwich City for, 15 years, come right through the youth ranks, and I know you can't get caught up with sentiment in football. It's a ruthless business. Players move in, they move out, they come back, they go forward, wherever. Yes, I've got a little bit of bias. I like Remi Matthews. I caught up with him with a coffee before pre-season. Just after Angus had left, we sat down, had a coffee, had a good chat. And you know, I think he thought that the chance was maybe there for the #1 shirt this season, and it was. Angus had left. Michael McGovern, I don't think, was ever going to be first choice goalkeeper. If Remi impressed this pre-season, he possibly would have been #1. He hasn't had the pre-season that he would have wanted, that Norwich City fans would have wanted. I understand that. He's had a mistake. He's also made some fantastic saves, let's not forget. Was he ever going to get the #1 shirt, though? Was he ever in Daniel Farke's plans as the #1 goalkeeper? I'm not so sure. A Tim Krul transfer doesn't happen overnight. This would have been months in the planning, whether that been scouting, whether that been talking to agents, whether that been talking to Tim Krul. This doesn't happen overnight, I can guarantee you that. So that would have meant that Remi Matthews would have been told that, look, the #1 shirt is yours if you impress, while also having a backup plan. I've got nothing wrong with a backup plan whatsoever. I just feel a little bit frustrated that there were some Norwich City fans last season saying, don't criticise Josh Murphy, he's one of our own, he deserves more time, he's a winger, he's going to make mistakes. Do not get on the back of Josh Murphy. Them fans are now criticising Remi Matthews and saying he doesn't deserve the #1 shirt because he's made one mistake in a poxy pre-season friendly. I don't like pre-season. You get injured players. Last season, it ruined our season. Tim Closer out for ages, Alex Pritchard out for ages. Season over from the very start. 2 of our main players injured. This season, we've had... Look at Sean Raggett, for goodness sake. He made one mistake and everyone suddenly wants him out, and now he has been loaned out. I'm not saying that's the wrong decision, but people jump to conclusions so quickly in pre-season. And that's what annoys me slightly. Now, everyone's saying, well, Remi Matthews can learn off Tim Krul. Yes, he can. Having an experienced goalkeeper in front of you is, without a doubt, going to benefit Remi. However, will Remi be happy to be #2 to a 30-year-old goalkeeper who's played 20 times in 3 years? And that's the other thing I find a little bit frustrating. Everyone's saying, well, Tim Krul's going to be fantastic. Has anyone actually watched him since the 2014 World Cup? I'd be very surprised if they were watching him at AZ Alkmaar very much. Look, I'm not saying Tim Krul's going to be a flop. I think he's probably going to go on and do really well for Norwich City. However, it does annoy me that everyone suddenly thinks Tim Krul is going to be the next, God's gift, when realistically he'd done his ACL, he hasn't played that much over the last 3 years, and probably the last time Norwich City fans watched him was saving a penalty in the 2014 World Cup. That's all I'm saying. If you're a committed AZ Alkmaar fan and you watched him in and out, then I salute you, and you've probably got a better informed opinion than me. For me though, I don't know. I'm just a little bit frustrated about things. Maybe I'm just eager to see the team out in action. I haven't watched Norwich City for well over 2 months now. I think I'm having withdrawal symptoms, and I think I just need a bit of Norwich City in my life. I need an event. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't think Tim Krul's going to be as good as Angus Gunn. I don't think we were ever going to get a replacement as good as Angus Gunn. I would have just liked to have seen a little bit more of a chance given to Remi. That's all. I don't know. Remi, to be fair, will probably start at Birmingham because of that. Tim Krul's going to be up to pace for Birmingham. So that's that. Let me know your thoughts. Don't hate me for this opinion. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not right. I'm not wrong. If you love Tim Krul and you hate Remi Matthews, you're not right. You're not wrong. I'm a Norwich fan with an opinion. My opinion holds no more value than anyone else. I just wanted to say that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. The season is nearly upon us. I'll be at Charlton on Saturday. I'm buzzing to get there. New ground, seeing the team in action, and then Birmingham the following week. All fun and games, all swings and roundabouts. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.